welcome to the NYXUS Podcast. My name is Melany Nyx. Tonight, Trip the Wire. We got Eve and Johnny. Johnny's sitting here with his bass. I think we're gonna have to ask him to play us something later.
Mm, we'll let the tracks do the talking.
All right, all right.
No one
How
wants no one wants the bass solo unless they need to go to the bathroom.
That's not true. Bassists are getting like more rep right now. Like bassists are getting more recognition. Anger overdose in the house. What's up, Anger? So how you guys doing tonight?
Not too shabby. Nice
I
to
woke
meet
up
you.
again.
There you go. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing. What's the story behind the band name Trip the Wire?
It's actually taken from a lyric from Slash and Miles Kennedy song, "World on Fire," the title track of their album. The song is just about, just letting loose. Just life is short. Just trip the wire already. Like just explode, let it go. And so I just really dug that, and I never heard that expression before, trip the wire. Other than like in a war zone where they trip the wire. So I dug it, and I was like, oh, that's a cool band name. And when I met up with these guys, or got together with these guys, they all liked it. It wasn't even a question. So I was kind of lucky with that. I was thinking I might get some pushback, but everybody was like, oh, that's a cool name. So that's it.
Well, that's cool. Always nice when everybody can just right away agree on something. How'd you guys get together?
Johnny and I, we were doing a tribute band. We were trying to start a tribute band, a Skid Row tribute band. And so we met through a mutual friend, a drummer friend of ours, and just hit it off. And we talked about being an original band maybe someday. And then Dave, the guitar player, and I had met like 5 or 6 years prior, when I was doing another cover band that he auditioned for, but we wound up going with a different guy. But Dave and I stayed friends on Facebook. And during the pandemic, the summer of 2020, he sent me some songs because he was bored. He's like, I wrote all these songs. Do you want to add vocals and melodies to any? And, send them back to me. And I did. It was the song Never Enough. And we loved it so much, we decided to start doing more. And then I was like, do you want to actually get in a room like with other people and like have a band? And he's like, yeah, we could try that. So I was like, hey, Johnny, let's go. And then he found, I found another drummer that didn't hang around very long, but then Dave knew Rico from being in bands with him. And so that's how the four of us kind of got together.
Very cool, very cool. Seems like a lot of bands really pushed during COVID. I think that's where we all had time to just, yeah, why not? Let's try this. And then it's like it kind of stuck to a lot of us.
Yeah.
I was in a COVID band also, and we still have never met.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
The band's not together anymore, but we still have never met. So
That's crazy. That's so cool how you can do that in this day, this day and age. Every time I say that expression, I feel old.
Right.
But it's true. Like with technology, like you don't even have to. Like there's this guy in Ireland right now that he sent me his song. He's like, oh, I want you to do a verse and a chorus, and I'm like, okay. Like, who knows if I'll ever meet him, but I'm gonna be on his album. It's pretty cool.
That is awesome. There's a lot of bands that are doing that. Nightfall is one of them. Uh, Keith features a bunch of singers, and some of them he finds like on Fiverr, and you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
and you don't know where they are, but at least, like you said, with technology today, with the internet, there's no limit to what we can do.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people are producing themselves also, and more people can take out music. It's more affordable now to be able to make music from home than going to the studio.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like as a vocalist, you never know when you're going to have a good day or a bad day. So
Yeah.
being able to record at home and save the costs on that,
Yeah.
always
We
nice.
we do a lot of just more or less demoing our riff ideas and then, drop boxing them and swapping, and then I'll put down a bass line, send it out, and then Dave puts down guitar, and then uh, Eve has those tracks to do her vocals and get ideas from that. So the technology's been helpful for songwriting for us.
Yeah, definitely, because it saves you. It makes the most of your rehearsal time too. It's like
Yes.
back in the day, you'd have to get together to hear the song, or play it on the phone, or record it and bring it home. But otherwise, you get to rehearsal. And it's like, okay, you spend an hour going, okay, here's how the song goes. Meanwhile, if you have it already, all you have to do is show up and like, oh, hey, I have a melody for that already. This is what I've been working on.
Yep.
Absolutely. Saves a lot of time, saves a lot of and like I said, it's always, there's the good side, there's the bad side to social media, to the internet, to being able to do all of this. The good side is that. The good side of this, I could not do what I'm doing today if we didn't have all the technology that we have now.
Yeah.
The bands usually back then, here you go, I'm gonna say it too, back then, you could only do an interview live.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way of doing this. So, I mean,
Back,
it is amazing.
back in the 1900s.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. It makes us, like, it makes it sound even older, said like
Mm-hmm.
that, the 1900s. Do they,
Yep.
the kids really say that these days? In the
Yeah, I picked
1900s?
that up from Nuno Betancourt of Extreme. He always says that in interviews. He kind of repeats himself a lot, but I love him. But no, this is something I picked up and it always cracks me up every time I hear it. Back in the 1900s.
I mean, it is. Oh wow, no, that did not sit well right now. What would you guys define as success as an artist?
Why don't you take that one, Johnny?
Well, I mean, everyone has a belly button, so success for each person's different. But I mean,
For you.
for myself, it's being able to support myself with the art that we do, which is all I could really ask for. Is I wouldn't have to have a day job, and I could just play bass all day and create annoying bass lines to send out to my band. Say, hey guys, what do you think about this? And they go, oh, that's cute. That's cute. The bass player thinks he can write songs. Aw. But being able, more or less being able to, unfortunately, have the band be a business and the business support its employees, the band members, and
Yeah.
and whomever else we need to hire to keep the business rolling, the band rolling, not the business, the band. It's all about the band, the music, not a
Well,
business.
I mean, the band is a business at one point. Sepsis talks about that, how a band is a business model, basically. Especially when you do all the marketing yourself, you do all the promoting yourself, then it becomes a business. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Is unfortunately, it is a business, but fortunately for Trip the Wire, we have the amazing talents of Eve that is just so freaking incredible in everything that she does for the band. And we try to help out when we can, but we always fail miserably because she's just too awesome.
I have a lot of time to do it. I mean, Johnny works full time. He works overtime. So does Rico, our drummer. Dave is retired now, so he has more time. But I have a part-time job. I work 20 hours a week. Other than that, music is my job. So it's like I don't really, I love to do it too. I love wearing all the hats.
well, it's like I'm stay at home, so I have a almost 3-year-old. So while my girlfriend's going out to work, I'm staying at home and I'm doing this.
Well,
This is my
raising
world.
raising a child is a job in and of itself that I would not do ever. So kudos to you.
I did not have any kids until I moved here, and she had 3 lovely children. I did not personally want kids because I am a big giant kid myself.
Hmm.
But with the best partner, with the good partner, I can actually do it. So I mean, I surprised myself. I was like, hey, look at me, high five.
The power of strong, intelligent women.
When you want something in life, you get what you want. You work hard and you persevere. What's
Hmm.
up, David? Thank you very much. Where do you guys find inspiration for the music?
Hmm. Various things. I also write for myself. I write solo stuff. So lyrically, I find a lot of inspiration in pain, honestly. I don't write a lot of happy songs. I don't write a lot of bright songs. A lot of my lyrics are dark, and because the happy stuff is like I want to keep that inside. It's like the dark shit that I got to get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of and sometimes I mean we do have some fun lyrics too, but yeah. So I would say dealing with things is kind of what helps me get some stuff out, and just musically. Um, Hearing something from one of my bandmates when they play something, send something to me, I feed off of it. It inspires me. It lights up different areas in my brain. I'm like, oh, I can relate to that. Well, what can I add? And I'm listening to, music that's already out there inspires me a lot. I'll hear something and be like, wow, that makes me want to pick up my guitar, or that makes me want to write lyrics. Like, just
Absolutely. Absolutely. Inspiration's everywhere, right?
yeah.
We just have to tap into it. How about you, Johnny? Where do you get inspired to create those badass bass riffs that you bug the
Anger.
band with?
Pretty much lots of anger. You have a day at the day job, and you come home and you bash out some riffs, and it makes you feel better. Um, just that's whenever I don't have a bass in my hand, I'm not happy. I have a bass in my hand. That's my happy place. So get the bass in hand, get out the frustrations of the day, make it all better. I find a lot of inspiration though with being in the band room with everybody, and someone starts dinking on something, a drum beat, a guitar riff, whatever it is. Look, it's who is it?
Saying,
Amanda K.
Hi,
Amanda K.
We got David that passed by. Anger overdose is lurking somewhere. He's
That's
a
a cool name.
zombie, so anger overdose, yes. And it's really because he can overdose on anger sometimes. He
I identify with that.
don't tell anybody, but he's actually really sweet. There he
Uh-oh.
is.
There he is.
There he is. So if you guys could collaborate with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
He's like, shh. Do you have an answer for that, Johnny? Let me think about
I
mine.
mean, it's putting it in the box of one person is just so difficult.
Okay, I'll give
But
you two. I'll give you two. I'll be
I mean,
nice.
honestly, off the top of my head would be Steve Harris, Iron Maiden. That would probably be my first choice, and then just to keep me completely humble, we'd go with Les Claypool of Primus, because his style is just so out there and amazing for me. I can't do any of that stuff, and why not just collaborate with him so he can tell me, yeah, just play eighth notes, Johnny. I'll do everything else.
David says he's in Australia. He writes and produces his own music too. Well, you're at the right place, David. Send me a DM later if you want. We'll set up something. NYXUS Podcast. Any genre, anything. Up in the irons. Anger Overdose says. Claypool. What about you, Eve? Who would you collaborate with?
Two pairs of people came to my mind. One on the left shoulder, one on the right shoulder. Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, Aerosmith.
Yes.
Nuno and Gary, Extreme.
All right. All
Yeah.
right.
I think probably at this moment in my life, I would say Nuno and Gary of Extreme. I just recently saw them last week. They came to Seattle. I haven't seen them in 32 years. They haven't even put out an album in 16, 15 years. So it was incredible. I just always felt really connected to them musically. There's just certain artists you listen to and you're like, wow, like, did I write those lyrics? Or, man, that sounds so familiar, and I never heard it before. So it's just, I feel like I could I feel like I could write some cool stuff with those guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
Steven
could.
Tyler, legend
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
definitely. I see. I've got Steven my Aerosmith tattoo right there,
Very nice.
and my Nuno Betancourt right there.
See, true and true. She's
Yeah,
not lying. They're on her
yeah,
arm already.
yeah.
David said Dave Gilmour would be the ultimate.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
So you can hear Monkey in the back. Yes, yes, he's just tearing it up over there. Let's see. Evil question. A curse is placed on you, and you can only listen to one song for the rest of your life.
Oh my God,
What are we listening to?
man. Wow. See, I'm in my extreme mode right now. Like, so it's like everything's going extreme, extreme, extreme. Um, hmm. Wow, that's rough. Can you think of anything, Johnny, while I'm thinking? Get it out if you got it, because I'm still turning my wheels here.
Well, again, it's putting in the box of that one song, so that's
Of course.
brutal. But I mean, it's not even one album, so that's even more evil. I
I
mean,
Right?
don't
you know,
know. One song.
I love the evilness of the question because you're really putting us in. You know, it's like so evil and mean.
I feel like a Disney evil witch right now. Like, feel like I
Right.
should cackle and maybe start like singing a song. I won't, but like it just feels like it's a Little Mermaid time there where she starts.
Yeah.
Anger Overdose said, "Hanging tough, New Kids on the Block."
Since Iron Maiden's on the mind, I'd probably go with Somewhere in Time, Iron Maiden. But of
Mine-
course, you know, there's so many songs from Iron Maiden you could go with on repeat.
Totally. Mine might be extreme hashtag Rebel. That's off their new album. Otherwise, it would probably be a Metallica song. And it's not that, like, if you ask me my favorite bands, they would come up in the list, but they wouldn't be like top 5. But for some reason, like, there's just certain, like Metallica, that I can listen to that I don't get tired of. Like, I can listen to over and over. Obviously, not like the Black Album stuff because it's on the radio over and over as it is. But
Yes.
stuff off of Hardwired, or maybe like Blackened, you know, off and Justice for, like, I can never get tired of that song. Every time it starts, I get goosebumps. So
It's definitely good songs. I love Metallica. Like, of course, the Black Album. Everybody knows
Mhm.
those songs, and you know, Anger's giving you a heart there. He
nice.
likes that.
I had Hardwired in my car literally for, I think it was 15 or 16 months straight, because I have a CD player in my car, and like I just couldn't take it out. I mean, there were 2 discs, so those went in and out, but like from the day I bought it till about a year and a half later, I just could not stop listening to it.
Freaky
So
Thing
good.
says, Maiden, New Kids on the Block. What did I walk into? The NYXUS Podcast with Trip the Wire. That's what you walked into.
Right at a very evil question.
Yep, that one question, you know, the one question of what would they listen to on repeat for the rest of their life. It's such a hard question. It really is. So far, we haven't had a repeat of a song, though. Everybody's given a song that nobody said the same song twice, so we keep going. I think I might tell people I must stop asking the question, so you know, people listen to the show and be like, "Aha, I heard that one." If you guys were a superhero, what power would you have?
More.
All right, very cool.
Yeah, I've thought about that one before. You could tell. Yeah, I could just morph into anything. I could just disappear into this amp. I could, you know, like, or change it. Could you do that in morphing, if that's what morphing is? I mean, to change into an animal or a person or a wall, like, just become, yeah, because some people say invisible, but I'm like, morphing is better than invisible because you're kind of invisible, but not if you don't want to.
You're still there.
Yeah,
Like you could be a bird and
Yeah.
you know.
you could fly away.
Absolutely. Travel would be cheaper.
Yep.
Right.
Or
A
become a
lot cheaper.
whale. I could go swim away.
Right there. I think that one's a good one. How about you, Johnny? I agree with that.
Yeah. What is it? The Infinity Glove thing? Is that a superpower?
Not really, because then it would be
Yeah.
like having all of Batman's toys. You know, that's not a superpower.
Mm-hmm. Eh. Superpowers. Ooh, how about the superpower of Steve Harris and Les Claypool?
There's no bad superpower. Somebody said the superpower of the Matrix, but plug in to be able to have like all the guitar like partitions and everything in his brain and just have power, the knowledge. I mean,
Yeah.
what's up, Alan?
What's up?
Alan from Lilith Rising in the house. It's fun to have these people back. It's all people that I've interviewed or will interview, or it's always nice to see these guys come back and come and say hi.
Yeah, you're creating a family.
Absolutely. It's a nice little community. Everybody helps each other out. We're trying to, share each other's stuff. It's time to stop competing and start collaborating more.
Oh, definitely.
I think it'll be better.
Yeah, I mean, competition between bands is counterproductive to the music scene. We really just need to help each other and give the handout. It's like, yeah, let's do this together. Let's make this a better better event for everyone to come see and enjoy everyone's music and not worry about who's better, who's not as good, or everybody has their own taste, and let's just have fun with it.
Stop.
Collaborate
And listen.
Anger Overdose is back with a brand new mission.
Fucking anger. Oh shit. What were you saying? Fucking anger fucking takes me right out of it. Right. We need a Ice Baby Industrial Circus remix, because that's Anger Overdose.
Yeah.
That's Industrial Circus metal.
Oh,
very
freaking nice.
It's
Love
very
it.
very interesting.
I'll have to
Definitely.
check that out.
Definitely check
thanks,
that out.
Anger. It's stuck in my head now. Alan says.
Yeah, of course.
We're all stuck. Something grasp the whole. No, don't
Well,
keep
it's
going.
better than New Kids on the Block, so.
Right.
I mean, what was it? Hanging Tough, he said? Not my favorite from New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
The right stuff is a lot better.
Yes, that one's a lot better. Step by Step was my thing, though. I know that. I knew the little dance in the stairs. I don't think I could do it anymore. I'd probably trip and like break my neck or some shit like that. So
Oh my god.
we're not
I'm
gonna
glad-
do that.
I'm glad I never liked any of that.
I mean, it was nice growing up though, because my mom was into every kind of music.
Same here.
I had my grandparents around, my uncles around all the time, so I was raised on everything Elvis and Boy George and all the good
Yes.
stuff,
Same here.
and Celine Dion, because I am from Montreal.
Yes, of course.
So yay, Nickelback.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
go
know
that
where they're
far.
from.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think it's bad rap. I think they're a good band.
Oh, there she goes. See? What's the spiciest opinion you have that people would disagree? She likes
Oh.
Nickelback.
There you go. They're a good band. I'm sorry. I mean,
It's
the
okay.
radio hits, they're really cheesy, and everything. But I've seen them live, and man, they throw down. They put on a great show. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I do. When I hear people put them down, I'm always like, oh, come on. Come on.
Well, you know that most everybody knows that Photograph song, so I don't care what
Oh.
nobody says when it
Yeah.
comes on. Everybody's like, look at this photograph.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody knows that song now.
Yeah.
Well, when the song gets overplayed that much, everyone's going to know it whether they like it or not.
I
Yep.
mean, that's why I like the indie music community, to be really honest. I mean, it's not overplayed. People don't know. I love putting people onto new music. They're like, what is this? Like now it's my 13-year-old that came to Brewstock, and now she's like all into the metal scene and stuff. So I'm like, thank you, indie community.
hmm
Job well
Which-
done.
She really loves Hamilton too, so yes, it's a hit or miss right now with the playlist. A hit or miss, guys.
Right.
What's the first instrument you?
Haven't
Oh, Anger said Chad stole my. Oh, it's
Oh,
okay. She's not with him anymore. You can go. But I thought you wanted to go for Brittany. Anger, choose somebody. What's the first instrument you guys ever played? And not the recorder in preschool
fourth
or.
grade. That was, yeah, that's when I learned how to read music, and I quickly forgot. Um, there's pictures of me standing at my brother's drum set with no pants on. But I don't remember playing the drums. The first thing I remember playing, other than the recorder, is the keyboard. It's like a little Casio keyboard. There was that Sheila E. song. I would play things by ear. Glamorous Life. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I went with the clarinet because
All
that's
right.
cool.
Of course.
I mean, mine was the flute. So
Yeah.
uh, you can't go wrong though. You're learning music. You're learning basics. Like I carried that thing like throughout my life. I could still read music sheets, which
Yeah,
gave me an edge on a lot of people.
Hmm.
I can read music, but I can't sight read anymore. It takes I have to sit there and go, wait a minute. Okay, if that's the A,
Every
one,
good
two,
boy was fine.
yeah.
No, I don't think I could like I'd have to like practice it and then just
Oh
when
yeah.
I remember it, then I'll play it and pretend I'm reading it at the same
Right.
time. What made you guys want to become musicians?
I don't think it was anything made me want to become a musician other than wanting to play. Uh, there's, you know, it was, you start listening to music with your friends, and then next thing you know, you want to be in a band, and that want becomes, well, it became my identity. I've always played bass since I started playing bass, and I haven't stopped playing bass. So now it's just, you know, it's who I am. So it's not, there's no one thing that made me want to. It was just, I started, and that was it, so deep and philosophical of me.
For me, I feel like it's just, this is really deep too. Like, I feel like I was born to do this. Like, I feel like we're all put here for a reason. And, like, before my mom said I was always singing and dancing. Like, before I could even walk and talk, I was singing and dancing. In her womb, when she was pregnant with me, I would kick to the beat of music. She said I would kick to the beat of her heartbeat. And just growing up, watching as a little kid, watching like The Wizard of Oz and stuff like that, I would always be mesmerized by the song parts, and I would sit and watch the Lawrence Welk show, which is like this classical kind of classic music kind of stuff. And then like in the 70s, I was just disco would come on and I would dance, and then before you know it, I was choreographing these little. I would sit my mom down and my brothers down and make them watch, and I start with my back to them and I'd turn around to the music and I'd like lip sync and dance. And so I knew I always wanted to be a performer. I don't think I knew until much later in life that was a possibility for a job. I wish I would have realized that earlier, because I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to do that, but I have to have a real job. Which I feel like if I understood I didn't have to have a real job earlier, I wouldn't have had a real job, and I would have just done music right off the bat. But what made me want to be like in a long-haired rock and roll band, quote unquote, it was probably like bands like Bon Jovi. Like, when I was of age, when I started, 14, 15 years old, that's when it was just all of a sudden like, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to be in a rock band specifically.
I think that us growing up, we didn't get to realize that young that it was any kind of possibility to even make music like that to because it wasn't accessible. It wasn't, you know what I mean? We didn't have TikTok. We didn't
Right.
have. I mean, how many people blow up with one song on TikTok? And I mean, after that,
Yeah.
Well, it can go both ways. I mean, you could stop at one song and just have that one song, and other people just actually keep making music.
Yeah.
I have a very young, the youngest guest that we're gonna have on the podcast that's coming in 2 weeks. He's 13 years old.
Wow.
He's blowing up right now on TikTok. Um, his name is Wrecker Ians. He is incredible. If I, if we had everything that they have now, I think that, like you said, you would have thought earlier, maybe I could do something out of this.
Right.
It wasn't accessible. Johnny, you laughed when I said something about TikTok.
Yes, I did.
You not like TikTok?
Well, I not to show my age, but I'm old and I don't understand TikTok. It obviously it's a way for people to promote themselves, and it's a way for people to get noticed, and good on them.
It's like I said, it's really for the newer generation. I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you. After Facebook, I'm kind of lost with everything. TikTok, I can't get followers. I don't know how to. I'm not good at TikTok. You know what I mean? I Facebook.
Oh yeah. Well, it took
Uh,
Eve like sending detailed instructions to me through text. Like, this is how this is going to work today, Johnny. Do this, do this, do this. Here's the instructions step by step. Because, she's the smart one.
I see. That's the beauty of this. Again, this phrase, this day and age, is I don't know how either, but I just have to ask Google. And Google, how do I TikTok?
right, right. Google is
And my
Google's
phone's
great.
going off right now. Like, what'd you say? Ask me something. Here I am.
You said my
Oh,
name. Freaky thing said we would have been in a lot of trouble if we had all
oh,
that back then.
I was so going to
Yeah.
say, yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Freaky Things. That is huge for the amount of stuff we did back in the day. I would probably be incarcerated for till I'd still be in jail probably.
Yeah.
I see some of the stuff that's like, okay, that's neat, but that's pretty tame compared to what stupid stuff we did back in the day.
Right.
And we did some
Yes,
stupid stuff. I
yes,
mean,
and
everything was completely legal and no one got hurt and everything's fine. Don't call me cops.
Right.
but no, seriously, like we didn't have those video cameras, those phones,
Yep.
and I'm glad because I've
Oh,
done some
so much.
stupid shit in my life that
And
I.
just,
Mm-mm.
and just in public, just like everywhere you look, there's cameras. Like you can't get away with anything. Like,
No, no, and everybody wants to put you on blast on the internet and on YouTube and on TikTok.
hmm
Anger said, even my attention span is better than the TikTok gen. That's not a good thing. Listen, my videos, I think they get 1 second view. Like it,
yeah.
like no, no, that's not no. TikTok's
Yeah.
not my thing. Well, let's give you guys a little break and let's listen to some awesome music. What are we playing first? Hurricane or
Answer love.
yes? What do you
Anti-love.
guys want? Anti-love first?
That's the latest one.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to be professional, but I'm really not. I'm really a big goofball, and
So are we.
I'm
Welcome to the club.
getting super comfortable with these interviews. Maybe a little bit too much, but
No, we love the goofball.
Yes.
awesome. All right, anti-love. Let's crank this up, and I'll see you guys in like 4 minutes.
Okay.
Um,
Once the spinning ball of doom loads up.
I know, right? Hold on. There.
All right. I'll be right back.
it never was real. Oh, see me headed for the door. Oh, you'll be dying, you'll see you at more. I don't care, I don't need. All I want is anti-love. Anti-love. You can think when you see me, all you know is you want me. You're a dollar short, a day too late. Twisted image of me, looking back at you, with nothing in my eyes apart from the hate. Hey, now I'm back out on the prowl. Out for flesh, I don't need that mess. Fuck love, it's bringing me down. I don't care, I don't need. All I want is anti-love. I don't care, I don't need. All I want is
There you go, guys. Alan says already a fan. This is kick-ass. Freaky
Yay.
Thing says this bangs.
This bangs. I saw that.
Anger made little guitar fire emojis. There's one in the middle, but I can't see what it is.
It's a rock. It's a guitar, a rock, and a fire.
There we go. Nice pipes, he says.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
This come naturally, or did you take vocal lessons?
Well, I've been singing forever. I'm a mimic, and so I learned how to sing by listening. Yeah, Sebastian Bach plays a huge part in that role as far as mimicking and getting into the rock world. I literally used to, this is not even exaggerating, like, and because it was cassette tapes when I was a kid, I was a teenager, so 1989. I would literally sit, like I'm sitting on the floor right now next to my amp. I would sit next to the stereo speaker and like hit rewind, and like he'd hit a note, I'd hit the note, he'd form the word, I'd go back until I just like nailed it. And I did that with a lot of singers, even like Whitney Houston. So pretty much self-taught. Later in life, I did take some professional vocal lessons from a few different people.
Freaky Thing says, love it. That voice solo acoustic intro had it all.
Thank you.
I mean, it does. It does. The vocals are on point. Six Scars at the Houseless. Love the vibe. The vocal tone was spot on.
Thank you.
The very powerful vocals.
Thank you. I love that we did that intro acoustic. That wasn't really planned. We had never played it on acoustic, like when we play it live or any versions of it. But Dave had brought the acoustic guitar in for another song, and the producer Sean was like, "Hey, do you want to try that on all the, on as many songs as you want?" And Dave's like, intro for Anti-Love might be cool on acoustic, and it was.
Yeah, Freaky Thing says yes. That intro was fire. Sometimes that impro, that last minute decision, it can change the whole vibe, the whole. You guys had a whole video. Did you guys record that in a day, or did it take a few days to record?
That took two separate occasions as far as the acting. 3 hours one day, 2 hours another day. And the video of us playing on stage was one night, so that was just one take that we, that spliced together. I asked like 4 or 5 people to record video from different angles, just however they wanted, and then I got all the footage and put it together.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, to make a video, if you can record a live performance and then just kind of piece it together.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
planned to play it to a click track so that I could match it up with the the audio of the album, which would have been a lot smoother. But unfortunately, the device, the iPad or whatever we were using to get it to go was not cooperating that night, and so we just was like, screw it. And so it was a little difficult trying to match it up, but my buddy helped me. So
Technology is our friend and is not our friend sometimes.
exactly.
When you need it to work, it just doesn't want to work. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I,
That's why I value our generation so much, because we bridge the gap between the analog and the digital. And so it's like people today with that only know digital, like they don't know what to do. Like we do. We have the benefit of knowing, like, well, okay, I guess it's back like we used to do it.
exactly. No, the kids today forget it. Forget it that their iPhone breaks and
It's over.
the end is over. Their calculator, their alarm clock, eh, that's what I keep telling the kids is you don't realize like just this now is your camera, it's your phone, it's your we used to have like a camera like it was crazy. It
Yeah.
was crazy everything we had to bring with us.
I
Now you just
know.
bring this,
I know. It's the future.
You took the
right?
pictures, and about 2 weeks later, you got them back. It's like, oh, I didn't take a good picture. Neat. Oh, my
Yes.
thumb was over the lens or
Right.
finger or whatever.
And you had to wait for the flash to reboot. Do you remember those 110 cameras?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to wait for the light to come back on. Okay, I got my flash, guys.
Yep.
Yep. Polaroids were cool. That
Oh
was
yeah.
if we were gonna take pictures, I used to love having my Polaroid
Yeah.
because you'd have the picture right away, so you could. Okay, no, we have to redo it. You got your eyes
Yeah.
closed.
Exactly.
Let's see. Tell me about the three most influential people in your life musically. It could be people that you know, could be people that you don't know at all, like somebody that isn't you get influenced by.
So for me, there's Evan Sheely. He was in the band Q5 and TKO, and he owned a bass store in Seattle in the Pioneer Square area called Bass Northwest. And I met him when he was working at Seattle Music and bought gear from there. But over the years, he was such I would love to say a mentor, but we never there was never that mentor relationship. But he's such a talented musician and such a super nice guy that he was always willing to take time when I go into the shop and annoy him and look at basses that I couldn't afford. Just take time, talk to me, and just share stories about stuff. So he was probably, one of the biggest influences on me in that way. That I'll never be able to repay that kindness. So hopefully that the lessons that he taught me, I can pass on to someone else if I ever, talk to people. I'm such an antisocial bastard.
I this is my social thing. I do my podcast. I'm not a big people person. Um, yeah, I go to shows,
Yeah.
but I usually stand in my corner
Yeah.
or in front of the stage, really quiet.
Mm-hmm. It's
Or
like, what? I can't hear you. The band's playing. Talk to you later. Never talk to him later.
exactly what? Can't hear you. Sorry. No,
Yeah.
I try, but I'm very socially awkward in person. Yes, exactly. Six scars. Introverts are some of the best.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, for me, my social time is band
Puppy.
rehearsals or
Yeah, this is Peanut.
Peanut.
he's adorable.
He's
He
a sweetheart,
is.
aren't you? Yeah, he's hungry. I think it's dinner time. Go
Aw.
ask Daddy. Go ask Daddy.
He's like, you don't gotta tell me twice. I'm gone. I'm gone. No, I'm
Nope,
back.
he's back.
Yeah, give me some camera time.
Yeah,
He
right.
loves his mama.
Hey, Peanut. There
You
we
good boy?
go.
Are you a good boy? All right, I'm gonna close the door now.
So before you guys go on stage, before you do a show, do you guys have a ritual that you follow? Do you have a certain thing that you do before, like pre-game, before your shows?
We do a fist bump, like twin, quadruple powers activate kind of thing. Like
Yep.
Rico, our drummer, started that. He was just like, I'm not gonna play until we do it. He always says that. So we just
Yeah,
kind of give a
he's
fist
pretty
bump.
he's pretty adamant about that.
And I've become that way. In fact, the last show we almost started without it, and I'm like, dude, you're slipping. I'm like, hey, come on, guys.
Well, it's you guys' little thing. It's your little ritual, I mean, hockey players have rituals. Everybody has something they do before a show or. Let's see. We talked about dream collaborations. Let's go with dream tour, dead or alive. So let's say Trip the Wire and four other bands. You guys get 2 bands each.
Oh man. I mean, Aerosmith.
uh,
Yeah, probably Aerosmith and Extreme.
All right.
I mean, since it's dead or alive,
Dead or alive.
original Slayer lineup, Hanneman and Lombardo. No offense against Gary, but not Hanneman. Crap, dead or alive.
That could be dead or alive.
I would go OG Pantera.
All right.
Get Diamond Vinny back.
Wow.
I mean, that
So-
would be one hell of a show, guys.
Slayer is live.
Slayer's life.
It is. Hanneman, Lombardo, Araya, King. I know their names.
He's like, I love you.
I guess I love you.
It reminds me of that video that I've seen, or that meme where it's like, when you see somebody in the supermarket wearing a metal shirt, they show these 2 guys, like I think they're wearing Slayer shirts or something. And it's just like this slow motion, they're running to each other. Like,
But it happens though.
It's
It
so
really,
true, I know.
really. We were at Goodwill this week, and Amanda was wearing a Dying Oath shirt. Dying Oath is an indie band from Virginia. And somebody stopped her at the show in the store. They were like, "Oh my God, Dying Oath! I missed her last show, but I'm gonna go in October." And we were like, "Whoa!"
How do you know this band?
We weren't expecting that, but it's local-ish,
Yeah.
Freaky said it's a great meme.
Yeah, it's hard for me not to say anything to people in the store when I see, like yesterday, I saw somebody with a Guns N' Roses shirt. Nice shirt.
Six Scar says, which era of Aerosmith would be your dream choice?
Because of my age, like the first album I got into was Permanent Vacation. But as far as like watching things back as a seasoned musician now, like, I love their 70s stuff. They were just like fucked up a lot of the time. I would probably go with a little bit later, like probably like the 90s, when they were like everything they played was gold. Like they were just so tight. They sounded so beautiful and polished. And they still play the old stuff. So I guess I would say like 90s, like, Pump, something like that. Pump tour, or Get a Grip. Oh yeah, Get a Grip.
Get a Grip? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was my introduction to Aerosmith, was Get a Grip.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that changed my life. Steven Tyler's voice changed my entire idea of music. And Six Car says agreed. Tyler's vocals were good tier in the 90s. Anger said, get a pump. Fucking Anger.
Leave my personal time out of this.
Who is who is the musician that inspires you the most?
I'm gonna say Eve.
Oh, that's so sweet. It's funny. I was gonna say a real person this time too. Real person, not like Joe Perry. I mean, somebody I know, probably my buddy Tony.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I started playing guitar when I was 15, and I was so into it for 2 years. Like, all I wanted to do was play guitar. I like rush home from school, and when I first met him, many years later, just a few years back, 5, 6 years ago, I met him, I think. And he told me, I did an interview. I was wanting to do like a guitar interview type thing, and so I sat down with the recorder and I asked him, and he mentioned that he's like, well, I used to run home from school to play my guitar, and I'm like, dude, me too, but I don't know what happened at 17. Like, probably I met I started meeting boys, and like I just put the guitar down for a little while, and like I never really. Even though I played again after years, I got in my first band when I was 21, something like that. And I played for years as a lead vocalist and just like rhythm, power chords and stuff like that. But I gave up like going after it, like really being a guitar player, And then I saw his band a few years back, 5, 6 years ago, Window Pane, his previous band. And I just dead in my tracks. I couldn't move. I was just like watching this dude on stage, and I'm like, I didn't even know him, but I knew him on Facebook. I took a picture of him and I messaged it to him on Messenger, saying a picture of himself saying, dude, ... you're making me want to play my guitar every single day right now. And I never looked back. Since then, I actually started taking lessons with him, and he inspires me all the time. Like, just not only guitar playing, but just as a musician, as a writer, as an artist. Yeah.
That is important. It's important to have people that inspire you around you.
Totally.
People that lift you up.
Yeah,
So,
and my bandmates as well. Like, I feel like, when we get together, sometimes it's just, like with every band, it's not always, sometimes it's like, not such a great night, but other nights it's like literally magic. Like, I just don't know what happens in the room, but it's just like, wow. And then I just go home glowing, feeling like so lucky to be a part of this,
Yeah.
a band that I've always wanted. I've been in a lot of bands, and like, I feel like I finally have the band that I've always wanted.
Yeah, I'm
Aw.
glad. I'm glad to hear that, because it's hard to find the right band, the right people, stay together. How many bands do we see? They mesh really well, they sound really good, and then oops, one's gone, the other one's gone. Okay, new lineup. Oh, this didn't work. Another one, and it's nice to see them push through that. But it's nice also to see bands that mesh really well, and that it's nice to see the synergy and the energy that comes out of it. So
And
you guys, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, and I think it is like magic sometimes. Like, sometimes things just happen by chance, and then they wind up sticking. Like our drummer, he actually was supposed to be just a temporary fill-in. Our first drummer, he had some family issues, and it wasn't working out. And so Dave asked Rico to step in, because he's a tribute drummer, so he learns songs really fast.
Yeah.
And he learned our songs in 3 weeks, and we played our debut show, and that was going to be it. And it felt so right, and he loved it that we wound up staying. And yeah, he's awesome.
So you guys are this lineup on the album?
Yes.
The album just came out in May, right?
Yep.
Let's talk about it a little bit.
All right.
How was it created? How did you guys put it together? How long did it take?
Well, some of the songs we created in the band room, just on a riff. Like, there's a couple songs like Out of My Hands and Maybe Next Time that Johnny just started noodling on his bass while shocker, while the guitar player was playing with pedals or plugging in,
Did they do that? The guitar players do
Yeah,
that?
what? No.
No.
And Johnny's the type that if rehearsal starts at 7, he is plugged in and ready to go at 7, and that rarely happens with the other members of the band. So it's like, somebody was probably setting their drum kit up, probably Eddie, and Dave was fiddling with pedals, and Johnny's just, coming up with this cool, ooh, what's that? And then finally, when everyone's ready, you just kind of climb on board and bounce off each other. And so that's how some of the songs were formed. Other ones, Dave actually had like a whole song put together, a few of those, like Hurricane and Step 9 and Never
Shine
Enough, Shine On, where he's got his own digital audio workstation with, programmed drums, and he'll plug in a bass, he'll do the bass line, he'll do the guitars, he'll send the whole thing out to me and be like, okay, we need melody and lyrics and possibly a rearrangement, and we'll do it that way. Other songs, Johnny has like that. Anti-Love, Johnny sent out, he's like, he had the whole idea. He had the programmed drums, and he even played guitar on it, right? Was that one you had guitar on?
Yeah, you could tell by how bad the guitar is and how bad I program drums.
So yeah, and then there's another, the Fire I had on my acoustic album, and I sent them that version, and Dave worked it up into what it is now. And then we bring all these things to the band room and further evolve them, where Johnny's not like mimicking the bass lines that Dave put down. He's adding his own flair, just like Rico is not mimicking the drum machine. He's, but the basics of it are laid out that way.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's just to give them an idea, just to give them
Yep.
like you said, you badly programmed the drums, Johnny.
Yeah.
But I mean, you did it, like you did it. You made the whole song. Then it's just to let the the drummer do the drums, and then at least you came with a full song. See, the bassist does bring stuff to the table. See?
Yep.
Well, at least this bassist does.
Well, they're giving me credit, but that's debatable. It's I look at it like building a house. It's like here's the foundation, and then Dave and Rico put the walls up and the structure up, and then Eve basically puts all the decorating stuff to make everything look good. The curtains, the drapes. So the curtains match the drapes. I mean, what? Put down some hardwoods. Wait. Wait
a second.
Where is this
Are
going?
we still building a house?
Basically what I'm saying is men are scum, and it really does take anything I present. It really takes the band to make it sound so much better and evolve it into something that is, in my mind, my ears, so amazing that it's nothing that I could do by myself. So it really is, no matter how much I bring a completed song or not a completed song, it really takes the band to put it over the top into something amazing. And I couldn't do this without these incredible musicians that I'm in this band with, and I love being the weakest link in the band because they make everything I do sound so much better.
I think
you
we all
always
feel that way. I think
Yes.
Dave would agree with that too. Even though you and I think, he sends a song and we're like, holy crap, like wow. But like he feels that way too, I'm sure. Like it couldn't be as good without us adding our spin.
I think it's my friend Rob Volkoff that said it the best. You always surround yourself with people that inspire you and people that can make you better.
Yep.
I mean, that's, what I mean? That's what you have to do. Like I have my team at the NYXUS Podcast, and without them, I couldn't do what I do. They inspire me, they push me, they check up on me. We don't talk a lot. Everybody's really busy, but everybody has their job. Everybody does what they need to do. And everybody checks up on each other. It's beautiful. I have Matt that's going to be listening to this later to audio engineer everything and make it all pretty. Ames is my co-host. Britt is the person that messaged you first. She's the one that schedules everybody. So I couldn't do it without them. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
It'd be too much. Like I without Ames, I'd have 6 interviews a week, I think. Crazy. Love it. I love it. I'm not complaining. Trust me. I am happy to have all these bands. Freaky Thing says, bass players, jokes aside, and I have many, but so important to the music. And I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just
a good,
embrace the bass player jokes because they're all true.
a good bass throwdown. I mean, was it Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Flea.
Couldn't be the same without him. I'm
Nope.
telling you, it would not be the same.
Primus wouldn't be the
So,
same without Les Claypool.
absolutely. And Trip the Wire would not be the same without Johnny.
That's
This is true.
So, on the latest, on your last album that you just took out, we have the song Hurricane. Want to talk a little bit about the song before I actually play it for them, guys?
This was one that Dave had sent, complete in its idea with the programmed drums and everything, that I wrote lyrics and came up with the melody for. Sometimes I'll sit with one of his songs for months and it does not that I don't like it, nothing comes up. This was one that like instantly I had a melody to. It was just so catchy and cool. And sometimes lyrics are already written down and I'll see if they fit. Other times I'll be going through something.
Yep.
And other times, like this one, the music will inspire an idea. And it just felt so sexy to me that I just wrote the song about sex, just kind of about like not being able to get enough of someone, And it totally has like a throwback 80s vibe. So of course I had to do like the high pitched scream in the beginning, and that's what I love about this band. In previous bands, I've always wanted to like tap into that side of myself, that 80s kind of quote unquote butt rocker. I hate that term, butt rock, but that is the term that my previous bands always used when I wanted to do stuff like that. And so the fact that I'm in a band now with Dave, who embraces that and loves the 80s vibe. I get to do, and get to be like Sebastian and nobody like gives me shit for it.
I mean, that's nice. You have to find your people. I mean, Sebastian Bach he's a genius. He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Anger says, I like it. I love it too. I love the 80s. I love hair bands. I love, we had Spell Grinder on the show. If you guys have a chance, go check out Spell Grinder.
Nice
Another
name.
great, yes, another great band, very witchy vibes, very 80s hair band. It's, yeah, love it. All right, guys, let's listen to Hurricane.
All right. Ryan's going to play along to it.
Yeah, he played along with the first one.
I
Did
know.
did we change bass again, Johnny?
No, this one's still 4-string. So it's
All right.
fretless, so I'm a little confused sometimes.
Oh, we have a like a blue one earlier. It's
No, this
changing
is the
colors,
correct
guys.
video. Oh, the bass?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. His
Oh,
bass is
yeah, I had
changing
a-
colors.
I had a red Spectre Dimension, but that's tuned up to a different tuning, so I picked up my Spectre P bass, fretless P bass, because fretless, fun.
I have a hard
Um,
time playing with frets, so the fretless I would be completely lost.
Right? Well, that's the benefit of a fretless. You don't have to, there's no frets to contain you in a certain area. You can play wherever. It doesn't matter. There's no frets to say you have to play it here.
That's true. Just let your feelings go and your fingers go. All right, guys, let's listen to Hurricane by Trip the Wire. Anytime now.
Your touch, it takes all of my air, and I find it hard to breathe. Your taste, I just don't wanna
That note at the beginning. Woo! Freaky thinks there's some dirty images here too. My jam.
Yeah.
We keep talking about the guitar, and guess who we have here?
Yay!
Yay!
Dude, that's so weird because I was just gonna say when someone said something about the guitar solo, I'm like, yeah, that's right, we're bringing the guitar solo back.
Playing the solo in the rain ruined my guitar, did it?
Well, yeah.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because sometimes my room wasn't set up for this, but I saw you guys were doing this, so I decided I'd just like join.
Yeah, sorry I didn't let anybody know sooner. I forgot.
No, it's okay. I've been working on music all day, so I've been kind of ignoring phones and stuff. So.
There you go.
What a dedicated young man Dave is.
Well, I got the house to myself today. Everyone's gone, so.
You do. You're a little quiet. You probably could be a little louder.
Let me see. Does that do anything?
Maybe.
Maybe I can move the microphone closer to me.
There you go.
Oh,
Let's see.
a microphone closer.
I don't even have a proper microphone for doing this. I have to use my studio mic.
I'm using my laptop.
Freaky Thing says working on music. What is that? But yes, Hurricane just played and solo the guitar. Freaky Thing was saying love that guitar tone at the beginning. So we have Dave here who does play the guitar.
They're on my dog.
Puppies.
Yay.
So is that another video that was shot live?
That video was shot by our friends at Hemp Films, where they convert their garage into like this kind of stage, and they had us film 5 songs semi-live.
Don't worry, Dave. It's a Spectre.
And they mixed the sound and everything, and then so we have a video of that on our YouTube page too, of all 5 songs live. But I asked him if I could have permission to take footage from the one song, Hurricane, and I spliced it in with all those dirty images, as Freaky Thing said there. I got some stock video and stock imagery and just kind of cut it in with the studio audio of our album.
That's pretty cool. Make some nice videos. Freaky Things likes dirty things.
I can tell.
Anger too. I like dirt. So if you
Hey,
guys,
I mean, come on! If I got that high pitched scream that we were talking about with the '80s vibe, we gotta throw in some like dirty images too. Like you just have to fit the vibe, right?
right. But that scream. Let's take a few minutes to talk about that. Wow. Like I don't think my voice could do that. Like that was the Sebastian Bach. That was the yes, love it. If you guys could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
Dave, do you have an answer for that since you came on here?
David's like, this is a rough question to start with.
Right?
It is. If we could be remembered for one thing.
Personally.
Like the 4 of us? Personally, me.
Give Dave a break. He just
I
came
don't
in.
know.
Eve, Johnny,
Just remember,
you guys go
remember me for
ahead.
something. I don't know.
I want to inspire people. Like I love being inspired, and I love when people tell me that I inspired them to do something. Like, oh, if you can do it, I can do it. You know, like especially like oftentimes we'll have like rarely, but we'll have like all ages. Like we'll have like a young girl. Like when I played other shows with bands where there's been all ages, like when like a teenage girl comes up to me and been like, oh, I just started singing or I just started playing guitar. I'm like, I want to do that. Like I want to inspire people to do whatever they want to do. You know. So, what was the question? What do we want to be remembered for?
Yes.
For inspiring? I don't know if that's the right answer then, but
So you can be
But-
remembered for being inspiring.
For
For
being
being
inspiring.
inspiring.
Yes.
yeah,
Better than being remembered for perspiring. I don't know.
for invoking feeling, for being like, oh, yeah, like I want people to see us or see me and make them feel something. Johnny?
Very good answer, Eve. I think you get an A+ for that.
You get a golden star. I'll send you a
Ooh,
sticker.
or a gold top Les Paul.
Okay.
Dave, fire one.
I already dodged the question. You coming back to me again?
It's like you want me to dodge it again? Damn, come on now.
Jeez.
Where can we find you on social media, Dave? Where can we find the band there? Easy question to
Trip
start
the
with for
Wire?
you. Yeah,
Oh,
Trip the
that's
Wire.
another one. Yeah, we're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Are we on Twitter?
We are.
X. It's X now, right?
X
It is
now.
X now.
Do we have a website, Dave?
And we're on YouTube. What's that?
Do we have a
Oh,
website,
yeah,
Dave?
we have a web page too. Yeah.
What's the website?
www.tripthewire.com, right?
Yeah.
Very
Can-
good.
Can we
Where's
get
that band?
CDs? Can we buy CDs off the
You
website?
can get CDs there, and I think you could probably get shirts there,
Wow,
And-
that's quite impressive.
and lighters too.
Lighters.
John-
Mm.
Johnny's taking my
'Cause
job. Go
we're gonna
ahead,
be
Johnny.
remembered for setting the world on fire.
There you
There
go.
you go.
I don't think we're allowed to ship lighters in the mail, so I didn't put them on the website. But people can get lighters at our live shows.
Come to the show.
There we go. Only if you go to the live show can you set the world on fire with Trip the Wire. That sounds like a slogan or something.
We have.
Right?
I was gonna say, I think we just found our new marketing slogan there.
Fire. Fire.
Trademark to you guys. There you go. Dave, you weren't there when I put my curse on the band, so
Oh, no.
I'll have to ask you the question.
Thank you.
An evil curse is placed on you. You can only listen to one song for the rest of your life. What are we listening to?
It would probably be Black Sabbath. Into the Void. Yeah.
Yes. Good one.
Very good one.
I love that song.
See, this is the benefit of being in a band with smart people.
Who would be your dream collaboration, Dave? Let's shoot him a few questions.
Oh man. Well, I've already got my dream collaboration. It's Trip the Wire.
Oh.
Aww.
I mean, what more can a guy want?
I mean,
Uli
they
John Roth.
brought back people from the dead for their collaboration. Well, Johnny did.
I didn't.
Well, it doesn't
No,
surprise me.
for the tour. For the tour,
For the
he
tour.
brought back the dead people. Yes.
Yeah, tour brought back dead people.
What accomplishments do you guys want to see for Trip the Wire in the next, let's say, 5 years? Where would be the ultimate goal to be in 5 years? What stage? What concert venue? What festival? Festivals are very popular right now.
I would go with, I mean, Vakken would be freaking awesome,
Yeah,
but
that's what I was gonna say.
yeah, I mean, 5 years to be the band supporting itself, the band being able to go tour and to be able to do those festivals. Whomever puts the offer forward that works with the tour,
Yep.
play anywhere, anytime that we can. I would be my answer. Now, if the rest of the band agrees with me or not,
My
Yeah.
answer would be to be known to like I don't necessarily want to be like famous, but in fact I don't. I never really wanted that because I value my privacy, but to pack out places, to play for even 1,000 people, 1,200 people, like just a packed venue, like all over, like not only coast to coast, but maybe overseas. I just want to spread the love and the music as far as possible,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
be able to sustain a living, like Johnny said, be able to pay the bills and feed ourselves by just doing what we love.
I think that's the dream for every band, is to be able to just say, you know what, I'm not working anymore because I can actually live off of this.
Yeah.
And it's not streaming platforms that are going to pay your bills. So, guys, if you want to support the bands, go see their show, buy their merch. I mean, merch is a beautiful thing for bands. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
the best way right now for bands to make money is to sell
Yep.
merch.
We got some cool merch too. We got some cool designs.
We're going to check that out.
You can
Definitely.
probably find those designs on tripthewire.com, right?
I think you can. In
I,
fact,
I think you can. And I'm gonna ask you guys. We're at the end of the show, so I'm gonna ask you guys the closing question, and we're gonna go check out the merch after and talk about it. You know, make sure that we tell people that it's www.tripthewire.com. But at the NYXUS questions at the end of every episode, we ask the NYXUS question. So if you had the chance to sit down with a younger version of yourself at any age, what would you tell your younger self? There's no bad answer, there's just good answers.
I'll go real quick first because I know the
Go.
answer, and we touched on it before. With had I
Yep.
known I could do this for a living, I'm getting emotional.
That question makes people emotional, yes.
Yeah, you don't need a fallback plan. That's what I would tell myself. You don't need something to fall back on. Screw that noise. Just fucking do what you want to do with all your heart. That's what I would say.
Absolutely.
Ah, next.
It's raw emotion. And that question brings a lot of emotions out of people, and it's just creeps right there at the end of the episode because we've got to know you guys a little bit better throughout the episode. Dave, you were late, but it's okay.
My
We
fault. Go
I'm
ahead.
just a mystery.
There you go. We'll keep you a mystery. We'll catch you guys on another album or something, and we'll make sure Dave is there early.
There-
But the question is made to anybody that could be listening, could be struggling, and you never know when your answer could be the one that helps this person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you got to believe. You got to believe in what you're doing and believe in yourself, and don't listen to the people that are telling you you can't do this or
Yep.
because it comes from here.
Absolutely. What about you, Johnny? What do you tell little Johnny?
Okay. Not what I'd really tell him, but one that'll sound better for this. Uh,
I mean, no censorship. Go ahead.
Right?
Let it out.
yeah, no, I don't need those phone calls or people showing up at my house right now. No, I mean it's similar to even Dave. It's just you know be in the music. If you have to have a job, be it in the music business, be it guitar tech, a manager, a roadie, a booker, whatever. Just you can support yourself with music. Don't worry about getting a real job of swinging a hammer or crunching numbers or pushing papers or whatever. Just be in the music. You can become a recording engineer. You can work in a studio, whatever it is. Just be in music.
See, very good advice, and you don't even have to go too back. Like that advice is straight to my heart. Like seriously, I'm here. We're working out some details, so I can't have a job. So this is my job, and I had to take a step back from my music because of life. But this is how I stay connected. I started a podcast, and lucky for me, I met some amazing people like you guys, like all these guys that are here. Mike Stover, who did one of my first interviews when I was singing. So it's all the connections you keep, the people you keep. It's amazing. Freaky Thing says You all are a great band. Love the vibe and sound.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mike said I swing a hammer for a job.
So does Johnny.
Still got all my fingertips.
Keep them. You got it. You need them for that bass, or
Amen,
else,
sister.
you know. So you got to
Amen.
keep them for that bass. So as promised, www.tripthewire.com. Uh, let's see. Let's see. What can we show?
Hey, I'm glad we have a good looking website.
It's a
There it
fabulous looking website.
is.
It's pretty.
Look at
So
that
pretty.
website, guys. And here we go. Let's go check out the merch real quick before, if my computer will load, because you know.
God,
There we
who's that
go.
model? That is a
Look.
good looking model.
You have no makeup on either.
You don't need makeup on. There we go. See, guys, we got all the Trip the Wire stuff right here.
Yeah, the two different designs right there.
There you go. So you guys can come on the website and order. You get all the information, where to get the music, the EPK, anything you want to know about Trip the Wire is on the website.
Yep.
So guys, Eve, Johnny, Dave, it was nice talking to you guys tonight. It was nice getting to know you guys more and getting to know music more. We'll make sure to send you a copy of the interview.
Awesome.
Anything you want to say to these people or anybody that will be listening to this episode?
Please visit tripthewire.com. Please enjoy our music.
Sign up for our mailing list.
Ooh, mailing list. What a
Yeah.
great thought.
And I'm going to be vamping that up soon, like with regular updates, special exclusive things for
Very cool.
mailbox listeners, mailbox subscribers.
Yes, enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Buy a t-shirt.
Absolutely. Buy a t-shirt. Yes, buy a t-shirt.
Buy merch.
Yeah, tripthewire.com. I'm not sure if we said it. Johnny, do you want to say it again?
Should I say tripthewire.com again?
There we go.
No, wait, should I say tripthewire.com again, or are you asking if I'm going to say tripthewire.com again? Frickin' spiders.
We heard it. Tripthewire.com. Yep, tripthewire.com. Here we go, guys.
That's it.
Well, thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. We appreciate you, and we'll stay in touch.
Okay, thank you so much for having
Definitely.
us.
Thank you for your time.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. Freaky things, anger overdose. Mike, good night, guys. Good night, Trip the
Thank you
Wire.
guys. Appreciate the good words. Good night.